On August 19th, China's Zhuque-3 successfully completed an orbital launch, and then its first stage returned to Earth and landed vertically at a designated landing site in Gansu. That makes Zhuque-3 the first Chinese launch vehicle to successfully reach orbit and then complete a land-based recovery. And this is much bigger than one successful landing, because the real revolution in spaceflight is not about getting to space. It is about making spaceflight repeatable. For decades, rockets were basically disposable. You spent hundreds of millions building a machine, launched it once, and then threw most of it away. SpaceX changed that equation with Falcon 9. Instead of treating a rocket like a disposable missile, SpaceX started treating it more like an aircraft. Launch it, bring it back, inspect it, launch it again. That sounds obvious today, but it completely changed the economics of the space industry. So why should Zhuque-3 matter? Because this time, China isn't simply testing whether a rocket can land. Zhuque-3 completed an orbital mission first, and then recovered its first stage. That is a much harder engineering problem. During re-entry, the rocket has to control its attitude, restart its engines, manage its velocity, navigate toward a precise landing zone, and finally perform a controlled vertical landing. One failure can turn an extremely expensive machine into several hundred tons of scrap metal. And Zhuque-3 is using liquid oxygen and methane propulsion, a technology that is particularly interesting for the future of reusable rockets. Why? Because the real challenge isn't landing a rocket once. The real challenge is landing it 10 times, 50 times, or even 100 times, while keeping maintenance and operating costs low. And this is where China's industrial strengths become extremely important. China has something that is difficult for other countries to replicate quickly: an enormous manufacturing ecosystem. Engines, electronics, materials, precision components, launch infrastructure, supply chains. China can potentially manufacture and scale all of these far faster once the technology is proven. And that creates a very interesting possibility. SpaceX proved that reusable rockets were possible. China may now be entering the phase where reusable rockets can become an industrial product. That distinction matters. The first company to prove a technology changes technological history. The country that successfully mass-produces that technology can change an entire industry. Of course, Zhuque-3 is not suddenly better than Falcon 9. SpaceX still has an enormous lead in launch frequency, operational experience, reusability, and supply chain efficiency. But competition is changing. Once reusable rockets stop being a unique capability and become an industry standard, the question is no longer, who can recover a rocket? The question becomes, who can recover it more cheaply, launch it more frequently, and manufacture thousands of components at scale? And that is exactly why Zhuque-3 matters. If China can turn this successful test into reliable, high-frequency, low-cost reusable launches, the impact could extend far beyond rockets. Cheaper access to space could accelerate satellite internet, remote sensing, space-based computing, navigation, and eventually even lunar infrastructure. So don't look at Zhuque-3 as simply another rocket landing. Look at it as a signal. China's commercial space industry may be moving from learning how to reuse rockets to competing over who can industrialize them. SpaceX showed the world that rockets can come back. The next question is much bigger. Who can make them come back cheaper, faster, and at massive scale? And that competition has only just begun.